Hey guys, in today's video we're going to check out basically the role of volume and dynamics in drum set recording. So a lot of the time drummers are told to play with more dynamics to use a greater range, and I agree with that. That's true most of the time. However, what's often overlooked is the fact that when you're recording or playing into a PA system, not just purely acoustically but you're being reinforced, is actually advantageous to play out, to hit harder, to make more sound. Now, the reason for this is basically because the drums sound better, typically, if you've tuned them right, when you hit them at a healthy volume. Also, your playing is definitely more solid for most people at a healthy volume, and you actually get a better response out of the equipment that you're using to either record or reinforce the drums at a healthier volume. So basically, even though people are scared to say it, and for good reason, I mean, you're talking to drummers, but like the real thing that people overlook is that you really actually need to hit pretty hard if you're playing sort of rock and metal drums. That's the reality of life. If you're not hitting fairly solidly with a little bit of force, you're not going to get a good sound no matter what drums you have, no matter how much expensive studio gear you have. So I'm going to do a couple of takes here where I'm going to play just a standard beat one time at like full, me volume, not crazy, but like solidly with some impact. And then I'm going to play the same thing basically at like not really trying levels. And you'll notice, hopefully, that even if I try to adjust the level of the quieter one up to match, is not going to sound as good. The drums aren't going to open up and the equipment isn't going to respond. So anyway, here's a look at it. Okay, so hopefully you can hear the difference between those two halves. In the first part, it sounds somewhat natural, pretty punchy, clean sounding. In the second part, even though I have compressed it a ton and actually boosted the volume like 6 decibels so that it's relatively even, it just sounds lame. The kick drum doesn't cut through. It's kind of round and mushy sounding. The snare drum seems to pop out at weird different levels because of the compressor kicking in at various times sort of inappropriately. So you just don't get a good result when you play quietly, even at the same tempo, with the same gear, the same groove. It sounds not good, right? So there is a danger in overplaying. That is a fact for drummers. However, if you look at most really good studio drummers in rock and metal, they're really crushing their drum kits pretty hard. And you can always put a pad on the mics, you can always compress, you can always turn down the gain, and you will pick up a better sound than if you turn everything up and play quietly. Now, this doesn't always work. It would be a bad idea for jazz to just go in and just smash the kit, but we're not talking about jazz. We're talking about rock and metal drumming. So if you want to have a better studio sound, my advice to you is hit hard, hit consistently, and obviously play in time. And you will have a much more level, much more impactful sound than if you rely on boosting things later. Okay, cool, that's it. That's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.